Hi everyone, it's Neshia with Inspiring Beautiful Creations. I'm here today to share with you my project that I created for Scrappin4myboys, which is Monica's channel. And she called it the Treat Bag Topper Swap, and I am in group number 5. So I was excited to join her swap. I had never been a part of any of her swaps before, so it was exciting for me to create these toppers. We had to have at least 2 elements on the toppers. They could not be bigger than a 5.5, no smaller than a 4-inch. And we had to create the 2, and they had to either be coordinating, similar, the same, however you want to do it. And I just had to be creative in my mind and say, okay, how did I want to do a bag topper for this particular swap? And I will list her information in the description box below. So this was my inspiration die, actually. When I saw this particular piece here, this is the piece that won me over to say, okay, this will be a bag topper for me. I didn't know how I was going to make it, but I knew I was going to make a bag topper using this. And for all of you who watch me and follow me, you'll know I love a butterfly, and this right here, the centerpiece, reminded me of a beautiful butterfly. So I was saying, I get to use my love of the butterflies in this particular project as well. So this is the die that I use for for one of my tags. And then I will show you another die. Since I have the dies out, let me show you another die that I use. I use this die here, and this one is my Spellbinders labels die right here. Okay? All right. You could choose any theme, you could choose any colors you wanted or anything like that. So what I did was I decided to use the copper color. As you all have known, I've kind of been into a little bit of a little copper theme lately, just as a different metallic color, and that's what I've just been kind of using. So I kind of use that this particular month. And I love all pastel colors and things like that, but this has just been a little bit of the copper rose gold, should I say. So it's that copper rose gold family. These are the tags that I create. These are 2 tags that I made. And the other one is actually already adhered to the packaging, and I'll show you that in a bit. But these are the tags that I made for the ladies, and I just used a pearlized paper, and I embossed it also again with the copper embossing powder as well, and then just this bow with the ribbon that's copper and a big pearl in the center. Okay. And as you were seeing here, this is actually my tag that this describes everything with my information on the bottom, and that is also embossed with the copper foil as well. So there we go. Now this is my bag topper. This is the one that I use with that die. Isn't that beautiful, guys? I use a glitter paper, and I think you can see that. It's so shiny. And then what I did was I had to trim that die a little bit more just to make it fit within the parameters of what I wanted it to be and not have such of a hang and make it too long, because it is still a bag topper. And then once I had that cut out, I adhered it to my backing, which is that glittery white cardstock, and then I just did a fussy cut all the way around the edge on both sides. And so that's my bag topper. It opens up like that. So I did that, and it is very, very sturdy, guys. It's very, very sturdy. And I put, if you can tell, that this is like a copper rose gold type of mesh netting, and then I made a bow out of that. I'm not sure what material this is, but it's almost like that leatherette, I don't know what you call it, but it's almost like a faux leather fabric that has a bunch of chunky glitter on it. It's not paper, but it is a little difficult to work with, but I made it work. And then I put a flower center just to give it a little contrast, but it still looks like it's a beautiful butterfly wing to me, a butterfly with the wings expanded, and I thought it was really, really pretty. And then what I did on the back, just for some added interest, I added a piece of that corner die down here just to give it a little bit of interest. Now with this particular bag topper, I also made a tag, and this one says to and from, and it's also within the same family of colors. And my thought pattern was, once you attach this to your packaging, you may want to just attach this to the underneath of the bag topper and let that hang, and then you can do a to from. Now, if the person didn't want to do that just simply, I also put this on the back side, which is the foil of also the same color, because then they can use one of their dies or cut out a different type of shape and put some other sentiment here if they wanted to do that. So I kept that one blank on the back. My second bag topper is this one. Just love it, love it, love it. This is really, really pretty. Now, this one was my most difficult one to work with, because what I used was, this is some ribbon. It is I'm not even sure what kind of ribbon that they're calling this, but this is one of the fancy ribbons that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's really, really pretty. It's really, really delicate, and it's just really pretty. However, as you can see with this ribbon, it is very delicate. It has a bunch of holes. So when I thought about adhering this to paper, what I had to do was back the ribbon first, and then I backed it on this white mesh ribbon that I have. And this ribbon, I've had this for a long time with my decorating, so I've had this ribbon for a while. I use this for a lot of reasons, but this one has like a little shimmer on it. And what I did was I actually hand stitched these two ribbons together. I just hand stitched them together. And then once I hand stitched them, I then went ahead and adhered it to some cardstock. And I used 110-pound weight cardstock, and I just made sure I adhered it down with some really, really good strong adhesive. And then there is just a white label, I guess from another, I don't have that die, but from another die set that I have. And then I also used some of that same mesh, and then a smaller version of that bow that I made with another little flower center. And then this one again is just a bag topper. Now what I did for the back, because this one was kind of plain, I didn't want to take away, I just used an embossing folder that I had that I thought kind of mimicked this a little bit, and then just did that, if you can see. And I also use another pearlized paper. I love the pearlized paper. So that's the next bag topper. What I don't have an actual tag for this, because what I did was I wanted to include some bags for the ladies. And let me show you. And I'll show you how I have it. What I have is I have a clear bag, okay, that can be used for this one, okay, and then that can hang down off of it. And I figured that they probably would use this with some flowers that they make, anything that they can use. Now, this particular bag is also a rose gold pinstripe bag, and I thought that that one would go well with this particular topper right here. So then this is a tag that I have, that I did not make but was purchased, that matched this bag, and I thought that these type toppers could go together, you know, or if they wanted to, they can have it hang from the back. So there's something on the back of the card, you know, but then there's interest on the front of the card as well too, and they can put their little sentiment on the front. So that was my, so I did submit some bags and some tags to go with this. I'm not going to show all of the goodies that I have because I want them just to be surprised, but I am going to say one thing that I found that I want to show. Through my research of the copper and the rose gold colors, I was able to come across this particular pigment ink, and this is by Colorworks, and this particular ink is a Hampton Art product, and it's a copper color, and I thought that this would be one of the perfect goodies that I could add into their particular swap to go along with this, because I'm not sure if all of my partners work with the rose gold or not, but then at least they have something to help coordinate, and they can stamp their sentiments on here on the packaging, and like I said, that they can do different things with this, but I was also including it, so this is part of their goodie that they're going to get inside. So let me show you what the actual packaging looks like. So how I did it was I packaged everything up together and I put it inside their own individual bags. They needed to be postmarked. I'm going to lean it back because I don't want the glare to bother anyone. And then I have it sealed in this one. And I put the black cardstock just so it would show off the coloring and make it pop a little bit. And then it's all adhered to one of my lucite boxes that I have. Like I told you, I repurpose everything. So this is an actual box that had some cards in it. So I'm repurposing it, and the bag sits here and my name is here. But everything fits well in the compartments here. So everything is in here and all their goodies are housed behind that. And then the final packaging this is how it will come. So I used some of my foiled paper that I have that I showed in the previous in the previous haul video that I showed over the holidays, the Christmas holidays, and I found this beautiful foil paper and I knew I could use it for anything, so I packaged it up. And this is actually just the belly band. It'll slide right on up, and I just adhered this to this particular tag here, so everything slides up. But I only put a little bit of glue, so if they wanted to keep their little name tag, they can. And it's just a little glue here that they can kind of peel off a little bit, and then they can go ahead and use that tag if they want to save it for anything. But I really love how everything came out, you know. So I hope the ladies enjoy what I created for them. I did have fun making it. I was trying to be as creative as I possibly could be. And I was just excited to make these bag toppers. So I will list everything in the description box below. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your continued support, your lovely comments and words that you leave for me. It really, really puts a smile on my heart, everyone. I want you to know that truly. And I want to thank you all for inspiring me to want to create for you. And thanks for Monica for hosting such a wonderful swap. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.